Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the J Free 906 podcast. Let me get this off of here. There we go.
Oh, we're
Hey,
back. Okay, we're here.
yeah,
All right.
we're here.
Okay. I was thinking, my
Yeah,
computer's on
yeah,
again.
nope. He just didn't get a click in the right spot. You're fast enough. Hello, folks. Welcome to the J Free 906 podcast. Glad you're here with us. Real quick, we got some breaking news that Tom and Linda brought to my attention just a little bit ago. We dug into this, and even though we just got back from, and I'm still trying to catch up on my restfulness from
You got Phenomicon leg.
oh my gosh, big time. And yeah, didn't get a whole lot of sleep, flew most of the day yesterday, got back from Phenomicon. We're going to have some talking about that coming up here really soon. The adventures out there and the concert that we with Travis Taylor's concert that we did and Jay Stratton. But anyway, that's not why we're here today. Today, we are here to give you some breaking news that we just got. Thank you to Karen Publicover from Oak Island from the other side of the causeway.
She's our eyes and boots.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. And she shared some information with us today. Yes, I did, Joe. I had a lot of fun out there, very much so. There's a new arrival out on the island. I guess this was early this morning, right?
I'm going to say 3 or 4 hours ago, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. And in this equipment that's coming out, now I'm going to show a couple of pictures here because this is very cool, folks. I've been kind of waiting for this for a long time. So let me share this first picture here with you. We saw this a while back. This was what, a couple weeks ago?
A couple weeks ago, and then more recently, just last week.
Then again, last week.
So to me, it's the same company bringing stuff undercover. Once with the logo, once without the logo.
Yep.
So why is it undercover?
Yeah, that we're not really
What's
sure.
the secret, guys?
Yeah, what is the secret? Now, I know they do use these for when they're hauling inventory that they do not want to get wet as they're going down the highway. All right. Now, keep that in mind as we look at some of the next pictures here that I want to show you. This is the new arrival as of the. Before I do that, I wanted to show you this here real quick too. This was another piece of equipment that came out, and again, this was several weeks ago, wasn't it?
This arrived around the same 1 or 2 days that all the caissons arrived. Remember, we thought
Yes.
it was
Yes.
pumping equipment and tubing and caissons and generators and.
Well, it might be. It might be
We
both.
had 2 days of nothing but caravan. Could be both.
Yeah,
2 days of nothing but caravan.
Yep. And they always seem to wait till like September to start bringing all this massive stuff across, right?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, they really do. Once they get a super good plan in place, then they start hauling some of this really good equipment across. And of course, obviously, folks, this stuff costs them by the day or by the week. I'm not sure how they pay for it, but most of the time when you get
Most
this
of that heavy equipment, you pay for it 24/7.
Exactly.
Whether it's spinning or not, it
Yes.
doesn't matter. You're paying for it.
Whether that crane is sitting there all summer long or not, you're paying for that bad
Right.
boy. So, isn't this the truck we watched across from T's boat?
From Tony's boat.
Yeah, from Tony's boat.
Probably it's because that photo's at least a couple weeks old.
Yeah, it sure is. But check this out. Okay, I've got another picture here that I want to show you. Yeah, August 22nd. That might be about right. Here is what we saw. Oh shoot. Pictures here. All right. Well, I'm gonna show the drill. There is a new drill that came across, and you know what? I didn't get that one picture of the drill. I'm gonna go find that real quick. Here's kind of a fuzzy picture of it a little bit. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a massive drill head.
That's all I can think of it is. When I first saw that picture this morning, I thought, is that some kind of just a caisson grabber type thing? And then I zoomed in on it and I could see, I don't know what they call them, rollers, grinders, whatever that you see on smaller drills.
Yeah.
And then I go, that's some kind of a drill.
That's massive. It really is. That thing is massive. And here's the other thing too. And I'm scrolling back through the pictures that you guys had shared. When it was rolling across the causeway, we had a picture of it on the back of the truck. Bear with me just a moment. I was really trying to hurry to get this put together for you guys because we wanted to share this information.
I think that's actually Henry took that picture and brightened it up some so we could see it. So I just put the arrows on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got the drill heads on the bottom of it. Here, I'll show this one that we had in the that I used for the thumbnail today. Okay, this is a picture of the truck that was hauling it on the back of the truck, and I'm
Yep.
zooming in here because I want you to see these are sets of rotary, excuse me, sets a little bit under the weather today.
Mhm,
Sets of rotary drill heads on the bottom of this thing right here.
mhm.
You see this one, this one. There's some more on the other side, and I believe there's some on the very bottom of it too.
It could be,
Now,
yeah.
yeah. Now, Tom, question for you: why
Mhm.
would you need something like this that looks like it would fit down inside of a caisson?
If you
What do you think?
measure it according to the tires, it'll fit.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you.
Because Jan
Very
gave us
good.
measurements of the tires several weeks ago. So you measure that compared to the tires,
Yep. So, what do you
it'll
think
fit in
they?
the hole.
Why would they need something this massive? Uh,
Mhm.
they got the hammer grab. They put the case on down. They got
Yeah.
the hammer grab.
Mhm.
We've seen it for how many seasons now, pulling
Yep.
that stuff out.
Standard operating procedure. However, this season we know they brought more than 200, or from our estimate anyway, more than 200 feet of case on. So
Hmm.
if you're going to go more than 200 feet, what do you have to go through? Which we've been bugging them to do for years.
Barney and
Go, th-
Fred,
go,
bedrock.
go through the slate, whatever you limestone, bedrock, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
We've all been saying for years and years and years, you got to get below that. So, all right,
Yep.
is that what they're doing? I have no idea, but
It sure seems like it
sure
because,
seems
like you said, why else would you need something this massive?
that's a
I mean,
huge cut head. Huge.
it's as wide as the back of the semi trailer,
Hmm,
and those
it's
are about
huge.
8. Yeah. So we're speculating that this would fit down inside of a caisson. And if you're going to need something this massive, you're probably going after, you're going to be drilling into something very, very hard.
Hmm.
So what we're thinking, or what I, at least I'm speculating, is going to be bedrock, probably going into bedrock. So what
And
does that
why
tell? I mean, that tells us that they must have with the choice drilling, and choice drilling left the island, right?
they left the other day? Yeah, showed their truck leaving. Now they left last year and came back too. But
Right, right. And they may have repairs to do. They may have other
yep.
work to do. That's all well and
Hmm.
good.
Hmm.
Um, from studying these drills this morning, they call it a cluster drill.
There you go.
Thank you, Henry. Yeah, Henry was bringing all
Henry
this.
would know.
Henry's back in it. He's back in the game.
He's in the game.
Thank you very much for all of this, Henry. We really do appreciate it. But yeah, so they're bringing out this massive drill. Here's another look at these heads. Tom again shared this one with us, and I'll bring this up here real quick. Could it be for tunneling horizontally? Possibly, but I don't think so in this case.
Hmm. That's just an example of what those rotary drills look like. The teeth on them, and that's what kicked me into the design of the other one. That would be just on a standard drill. If you're going to drill, even that one there could be used to drill horizontally,
Right.
like they would on Skinwalker Ranch or whatever. Right? It
Mhm.
just rolls and grinds, rolls and grinds, rolls and grinds.
Yep, and it keeps busting up rock and
Yep.
whatever it needs to get
Hmm.
through to make that. Now, so that's what's on the bottom of it. It looks like there's about 4, maybe 5 of them around the circumference of the bottom of this drill head.
Hmm.
And then there was something else we found. And Tom, I think, did you find the Core Geo website? Was that you or was that
No, it
Henry?
might have been Henry.
Okay, I wanted to give
Put the picture up and we'll see. Because Henry and I have been kind of
acknowledgement where it's due.
bouncing
Um,
back and forth here.
mhm. Now, one of the things that is on that we saw going across the island recently, and I want to show. Let's see if I can do this here. I wanted to show 2 pictures together, but I'm not going to be able to do that just yet. I didn't quite get these ready. But you remember when this went across? Okay, that
Yep.
we just talked about a moment ago. This looked like some kind of a thing we were thinking it was having to do with a pump. It may be both. And the reason why I say it may be both is because of the I'm going to share another screen here. We went out to a website that Henry brought to us. He presented to us, and it's called Core Geo, all one word, COREGEO, Core Geo. And this website has some very interesting equipment. Now, this is one of them right here. This is that unit. Now, if you remember that blue unit that we just showed you laying on the back of a semi flatbed trailer,
Hmm.
and you look at this, whoops, yeah, you look at this thing right here. This is very similar. This is not the greatest picture of it, but it's very similar to the thing that we just showed
Yeah,
you.
that's just a quick screenshot we took of
Mhm.
they have a rolling film of their different projects and work. So
right,
the
and this
quick
is
screen.
yeah, this is part of that film.
Hmm.
But you notice what else is on here. Now, we did not see this equipment go across. We don't know what's in the covered trailers, but you notice part of what's here. And I suggest that you go out and check this out. You can go to coregeo.com and you can see, or at least to this link. Maybe we'll put this link up for these folks. This is some of what they do. It's a very good look at this equipment. They actually show it in working while it's busy doing its thing. Now, I'm going to show you this picture here. Now, this one here in the RCMH drilling rig, you see that there. I can't make it a whole lot bigger for you. Sorry about
Hmm.
that. But it shows these two types, RCD drilling and RCMH drilling. This unit here, actually, both of them have a pumping system on them.
Yep.
As they drill down, they also pump water into it. A lot of water gets poured into
Yep.
it, and it pumps water out of it
Kind of like a jet pump. Yep.
like a jet pump. And you see this apparatus right here on there, and this one here. That is the spoils coming back up
Yep.
and being pumped
And
out.
remember that piping we saw in the truck before? We thought was just so they could pump water.
Yes.
The connections look very similar. Remember they had the connections all covered in plastic or whatever it was?
Hmm.
The connections look very similar.
Yep. Now here's another glimpse of this. I'm going to back up just well. Let's get a better look here if we can. Maybe right. Do it. Now let me try. I'm trying my best here. I'm moving around on their website. Um, There. Okay, you see the drill rig up on top, and it is showing the water going down outside, and then the spoils coming back up the inside
Mhm.
of this and pumping out into another station where they can grab the spoils from the
Yep.
bottom as they drill
And
down.
that's kind of like what's new is old. The original drill programs that they had on Oak Island used that same method. They jet
Mhm.
pumped water down to blow stuff out the top.
Right. So I'm excited. I mean, this really presents a an interesting look. And you see, these guys do caissons. They do all of this
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
I'm gonna.
Actually, one of the other shots that I had this morning was from, in fact, the Hub Contractors site
Mhm.
that showed them using a very similar type drill head.
Mhm. There's your caissons. There's the caissons going in. Look familiar?
Mhm.
With an oscillator and a hammer grab. That's a regular old hammer grab there. We've
Yep.
seen many times on the show. Now, this is the other system. They're going to show there's that big, what I think is part of that pump system. And it shows
Here,
them
look how
pumping out the.
similar those pipes are to the ones we saw go across on the truck.
Uh-huh. And then they show this massive unit right here.
Hmm.
They're sucking up, they're going drilling down, they're putting the caissons in, and they're pulling out the spoils.
Yeah. Now you see the spoils tube they have there for the stuff that's returning. Okay. Remember the large black rigid flex pipe that they had there on the trucks going in? Could be they just use that I don't know, it's 12 or 14 inch, whatever it is, it's a big pipe.
Mhm.
That's what they use instead of that other thing we see coming down on the left.
Right.
That
And
that
everything's being
that could
pumped
be
out,
their pump for their stuff that comes out.
right? So, yeah, check out their website.
Mhm.
It's coregeo.com, but I'm telling you, I think this is significant and it's I'm excited.
So is this new information that prompted them to do this, or was this something that was already planned? That's the interesting part.
It is. And I have a feeling because of the all the core drilling that they've done with the guys, and you remember with Choice, and they were doing this all up around, in a few spots in the regular money pit area, but also back around behind and to the north and northwest of the garden shaft. That's where they were doing all this stuff. All right, so we're going to wrap this up real
Yep.
quick here. But anyway, we wanted to give you this breaking news. We're going to dig into this a little bit more, try to get a little bit more information about what this process is all about, and see if we can confirm some of these things that we're talking about here. But
Mhm.
I'm excited. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Tom?
This is never before seen footage, folks.
Yep, exactly.
Anyway, this is definitely something that hasn't been done before. We're always curious to see the same old, same old, same old. This
Mhm.
is not the same old. This
No.
is not your regular case on program looking to hit spots. This is something that's going to go deeper.
Yep. Absolutely. I think that
This is
the
beyond the case on.
yeah, beyond the caisson. Thank you very much. Because every time they put that caisson down, they hit
Mhm.
bedrock, it's all stop. Okay,
Yep.
that's it. Back it out. Let's go to another hole. Now they can go through that bedrock
Mhm.
if
and we
that's
know
what
they
they're
have over
doing.
200 foot of case
Yep.
on
Well,
from our
yep.
measurements. They have and we know they have over 200 feet of the drill pipe. So,
Yeah, exactly.
yep.
So, well, we're going to keep checking, see if we can find out exactly if our speculation is correct here. But you see what we saw so far, and it sure looks like this is what's happening. And you base all the evidence, put it all together. All right, that's
They're
it
digging.
for now. We're
They're
going to keep
digging deeper.
digging.
They're digging deeper.
They're digging deeper than ever before with caissons. So we're going to see what we come up with. Tom and I will keep this up with Henry and Linda and Jan. We're going to keep digging and digging and digging. And as soon as we get new information, we will come out and let you all know. So I'm
And
looking forward to season 12.
our recon teams are on notice.
Yes, they are. So we're all excited about season 12 coming up, and the guys have brought out the big guns. All right, stay tuned, folks. Yeah, thank you, Linda. Stay tuned. We'll catch you next time right here on the J Free 906 podcast. Good afternoon, everyone.